And hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 144 of the CheckX series. If you're new here, as I say every single day, the CheckX series is pretty much all about me, your host Ivan, talking about and discussing everything that Elon discusses on X the day before, or reposts, or whatever you could think of. Today we're going to discuss what he talked about yesterday on Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. He posted just around 21 times, so it's going to be a very short episode here for you guys today. But we are pretty much going to get right into the episode here, not to keep this intro rolling too long to waste any of your guys' time. Starting off, as we usually do, finally, with Tesla, or specifically Full Self-Driving, or FSD, whatever you would like to call it. Starting off this segment, in the first segment of the episode, Elon reposted a report about Tesla FSD drawing 2,000 pre-reservations in South Korea, featuring a reporter's account of the system flawlessly obeying traffic laws. FSD is very quickly expanding, clearly. As you can see, recently in the Netherlands, it's been approved. And I think all across Europe, it's going to be approved very soon as well. But last but not least, already, not too much at all, Elon reposted news regarding the integration of Starlink with T-Mobile's 5G network to provide high-speed broadband to rural and remote business locations. So easy access of Wi-Fi, obviously. But moving on to artificial intelligence and Grok specifically. Starting off this segment, talking about Grok's accuracy. Elon highlighted a Reddit post where Grok AI refused to lie about a user's biological sex, even under emotional pressure, prioritizing scientific accuracy over short-term relief. Wow. Also, Elon was heavily engaged with the ongoing trial against Sam Altman and OpenAI, reposting claims that Altman dismantled OpenAI's nonprofit protections like the AGI clause and Microsoft exclusivity, for example, on the day the jury was being selected, by the way. So, that's suspicious, by the way, but... Anyway, last but not least, Elon interacted with posts describing Altman as a stealth psychopath and shared an old interview to contrast his original vision for OpenAI with its current profit-driven state. And by the way, to add context to this, because Elon's been talking about OpenAI and Sam Altman for a while, and this whole lawsuit situation, basically, Elon's suing them because they are not a nonprofit company anymore. They have turned into a for-profit company. I could quote that Elon has said that multiple times on a multitude of different episodes. I'm pretty sure we talked about that last episode as well. Go back and check that out if you would like to. But moving on, to governance and taxation here before we pretty much already wrap up the episode here. Again, he only posted 21 times, and yeah, this episode's going to be really short. But to start off this segment, Elon reposted concerns that California's Medicaid program loses $50 billion annually to fraud. Elon has also been talking recently a lot about California fraud and things like that. But moving on, Elon agreed with the sentiment that proposed billionaire taxes are a Trojan horse designed to eventually allow the government to seize assets, like houses and furniture, for example, from the middle class. And last but not least for this episode, Elon commented on the necessity of shared traditions for a functioning society, agreeing that authoritarianism in Singapore is a result of the state needing to enforce norms that are no longer organic. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it turns out, but ladies and gentlemen, like I said, that pretty much wraps up episode number 144 of the CheckX series. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you for watching. I recommend dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. I also recommend going back and watching some of the other recent CheckX episodes just to get a nice little sequence of events going for you if you would like. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this episode of the CheckX series. If you made it all the way to the end, again, appreciate you for watching, and I will see you guys later.